Welcome to the new video, everyone. Today I'm going to speak about yugas and manvantaras, which is Hindu timeline. In Hinduism, there are 4 yugas: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and last one is the Kali Yuga. In Satya Yuga, there are 17 lakh 28,000 years. In Treta Yuga, there are 12 lakh 96,000 years. In Dwapar Yuga, 8 lakh 64,000 years, and in Kali Yuga, 4 lakh 32,000 years. The duration ratio of these 4 yugas is 4:3:2:1. Now, all these 4 yugas together constitute a cycle of one Mahayuga, or you can call it as one Chatur Yuga. So one Mahayuga consists of all these 4 yugas, one cycle of all these 4 yugas. And there are 71 such Mahayugas. So 71 cycles of 4 yugas. So these 71 Mahayugas is equals to one Manvantara. Now, what is Manvantara? It is, you can say, Manu Antara, or period of Manu, or lifespan of Manu. And it is a time, it is a measurement of time in Hinduism. You can say astronomical period or time measurement. And it is made up of 2 Sanskrit words, Manu plus Antara, as I said, lifespan of Manu. Now, each Manvantara is created by and ruled by a specific Manu, who is created by Brahma. And after the Manu creates the world, and after his death, a new Manu is born to continue the cycle of creation. And in each Manvantara, there are new set of Saptarishis appointed. Each Manvantara has one Manu and Saptarishis. So there are 14 such Manvantaras as per Hinduism timeline. So eventually it takes 14 Manus and their respective Manvantaras to create one day of Brahma, which is called as Kalpa. And one day of Brahma is called Kalpa, and you can say it is one process, it is a lifespan of the end. You can say this is the time of the say existence. Then after each kalpa, there is a pralay, that is the night of Brahma, or the dissolution period, where the world is destroyed and it is in the period of rest. Now consider this like a regular day and night. Say regular day and night. In the day we go to work, we go to, we play, we do all activities in the day, and at night we go to sleep, we rest, we give our body, a mind, and a brain a rest. If we don't give that, we will be bit lazy, we will be very tired and not fresh to do next day's activity. And after 2-3 days you will feel exhausted, you will literally fall asleep. So sleep, or rest in the night is important. So this is exactly how the cycle of day and night is for the existence in Hinduism. So after dissolution, like after the sleep at night, Brahma again begins the creation process, and then at his night he destroys everything and goes to sleep. This cycle keeps repeating, just like we humans have day and night, as I said. So this is how Hinduism looks at the existence, or this entire multiverse, universe, whatever you want to say. Then in between we have twilight, say Sandhya. So just like there is a twilight between our day and night, there are 15 twilights in these Manvantaras, in these 14 Manvantaras. So 71 Mahayugas into 14 Manvantaras gives you 994 yugas, and plus 6 yugas of Sandhya period gives you 1000 Mahayugas. Presently, this present one is the 7th Manvantara as per Bhagavad Puran. And in this 7th Manvantara, we are living in the 28th Chatur Yuga, or of Chatur Yuga. And in Kali Yuga. The ruler of the present Manvantara is Vaivasvat Manu. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, you know, Krishna says in chapter 4, I gave this knowledge to Vaivasvat Manu at the beginning of creation. So Vaivasvat Manu is, you know, we can see at his lineage also. Vaivasvat Manu had 9 sons and 1 daughter. His eldest son was Ikshvaku, and he also had 1 daughter, Ela. So who is Ikshvaku? Let us see. Ikshvaku, as we know, we call, you know, Sri Ram as the scion of Ikshvaku, from the lineage of Ikshvaku. So Sri Ram is born in the Ikshvaku's lineage, and then we come to the daughter Ela. So daughter Ela is married to Buddha, Mercury, not the Gautam Buddha. So in the planet Mercury, we in Hinduism we call as Buddha. So Buddha is the son of Soma, which is moon, who is the son of one of the Saptarishis called Rishi Atri. So Buddha is married to Ela, and from this lineage comes Sri Krishna and Pandavas. Whenever I get time, I will try to make a video on the entire lineage of Sri Ram and Sri Krishna. And before I end the video, I would like to, you know, show you what other people, you know, famous scientists and astronomers have to, or astrophysicists have to say about this Hinduism timeline. See, this is said by Carl Sagan in his book Cosmos. The Hindu religion is the only one of the world's great faiths dedicated to the idea that the cosmos itself undergoes an immense, indeed an infinite number of deaths and rebirths. It is the only religion in which the time scales correspond to those of modern scientific cosmology. Its cycle runs from our ordinary day and night to a day and night of Brahma, 8.64 billion years long, longer than the age of the earth or the sun, and about half the time since the Big Bang. You can, you know, here I'm also sharing a screenshot of an article. You can find the link of this article in the description of this video. So it says that hardly anyone guessed that the cosmos might be far older, but Hindus did. American astronomer Carl Sagan was fascinated by the Hindu view of cosmos. You can read this entire article, on the internet, and I have provided the link in the description. So please subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and I'll try to be regular. But please subscribe, like, share my videos, and please follow me on other social media platforms also. Thank you so much. I shall see you in the next video.